This week for my community assignment was a little more difficult. I was trying to go off the advice I'd gotten 2 weeks ago, or when the last assignment was, because it was a little tough for me to find a case that was open, not just like open ongoing, but like was happening at this time, right? And one of the clerks had told me 9 a.m. from in the morning and 2 o'clock. Now 9 a.m. is a little difficult because it's 9 in the morning, but it looks like that's gonna be what I have to try in the future. So I tried and I was expedient and I tried and I got in there around 2:20, right? And I'm thinking like, oh man, I'm ahead. There might be, they can all be over. I got in there after two on a Friday, and there was barely I had gotten into one, and it was a bail hearing, I believe. And they were discussing indictments and bail and holding off until later for just a little bit until it was over, or after 2 seconds. And one of the bailiffs led me outside and was telling me go down to, if you need to find one, go down to court records or judgment records to find one. And criminal records told me there's nothing going on right now. It's a Friday. And judgment records, the man led me into the same courtroom I was just in. That was over. So it was a little difficult. Uh, I had I walked up, I elevator up to the seventh floor because last time I was here, I was in the court. I got up there and there was the eviction court, and saving grace, it helped me out so much. But this was not going on because UB actually had a mock trial going on, and I'm not going to intrude on a club. It's not open to the public. Yeah, I had observed part of a court case, part of a bail hearing. They were talking about indictments, charges were being brought up, and they were talking about bail. But I did not hear the amount. I did not hear what crime was perpetrated. All I could see was the offender and the lawyers discussing bail. For my next community assignment, I am done driving all the way out to Buffalo just to meet this. I will try, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays my first class is at 12:30. I will try to wake up earlier and drive down to Buffalo to experience this. From what I told, 9 a.m. everything's going on. So when I'm there next time, it better be a blowout. It better be like Black Friday. Everyone's going everywhere. All right, because all I want to do is sit down in a courtroom and observe without having to get up 2 seconds later because apparently it's over. You know, you go down to the city court and expect things are going on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and suddenly it's not going on. Like, what are we doing here? This is the city of Buffalo, and you're telling me that we're not doing anything because it's a Friday? No. My community assignment was less involved with observing a court case and much more with dealing with the systems of the court, like the records and the bailiffs. I interacted much more with them. They taught me a lot and showed me around the courthouse, showed me things around, showed me court records. Well, they didn't show me court. One weird thing I thought was when the man from Judgment Records led me back up to the courtroom. He's like, oh no, there's not a lot. If this one isn't, there might not be any. I said, well, my professor said any volunteer opportunities, this court has, like, helping digitize records or volunteering to read out cases aloud for people who are blind, who can't read, or for people who it's easier for them to just listen to cases like an audiobook. He's like, no, I can't have people look at the cases like that. I was thinking, well, if I can't look at the case like that, then why can I observe a court case? I thought these were public records. But anyway, next community time, I will be more expedient. I will be there early in the morning, and I am done. Frankly, paying for parking on the middle of the road, paying for street parking, because the Buffalo World Map has a $10 minimum you need in the app, paying a $10, keeping $10 minimum in the app at all times, just so I can, stay there for 20 seconds. I think my walk back to my car was longer. Sorry, Professor Nixon, I did not mean to drop that on you. I do enjoy my time down at the Buffalo Courthouse, the eviction. Remembering my times with the eviction court, the court attorney who wasn't a judge, who I thought was a judge because he was sitting at the judge spot, taught me all about the ins and outs. Taught me just the everything broken down about it, and it was very interesting. And all I want to do is have that. I want to learn about the court process. I want to learn how it works. Frankly, it sounds like if I want to do that, I have to be more expedient. I will take some time. I try to go later in the days, after my classes, after lunch, But no, if I want to learn, I have to go earlier. I have to go at 9 in the morning, and that's what I'm going to start doing. So,